Hey y'all, it's Khadijah St. Cyr and welcome back to my channel, St. Cyr. Well, you read the title, right, of this video, so you know what's going on. It's crazy because I literally promised myself after the last video, once I finished my mental health series, that I was gonna lighten things up in here, right? The world said, not so much. Yeah, we gotta talk about this. We just do. Go ahead and grab your sparkling water, your juice, your little snacky snack. Not wine, not this time. Like I want us all for this one to be coherent, you know. Not to say that, you know, if you have your wine that you would just be loosey-goosey, but I just want us all here, all of us, to be here and focused on what we're talking about. We'll save the wine for the next video, all right? So, yeah, do what you gotta do, and let's go. All right, first and foremost, how are y'all doing? I hope everyone's good, you know. Everyone is happy and healthy, and may not be happy, but healthy, right? For sure. So here we are, right? Here we are, experiencing the grief of another life being lost, right? It's such a, y'all, excuse me if my thoughts, if my words are all over the place, but my thoughts and feelings are all over the place. Now I want this to be a, okay, disclosure. This is not, if you're anticipating this video to be like a, like an anti-white campaign, nah, we ain't doing none of that. We're just not. I personally am not, that's not what I'm about. Now I'm gonna be totally transparent with you, right? This, first of all, this video was not my plan for this week whatsoever, right? I actually, what I had was totally something that's gonna be for, well, I guess next week, right? Stay tuned for it. It's whatever. This story honestly came to me about a night or two ago, which is very crazy considering that this occurred how many months ago? Back in February, right? We're in May. Now granted, Brunswick is a very small town here in Georgia, so it's not like we would just hear of the things that occur there. They're news, but for something so horrific, either way, I'm grateful that it has finally become, I guess I would say, a mainstream news story. Not mainstream, but a widely acknowledged and recognized news story, because the things that occurred was just horrific, right? And I haven't seen the video at all, and I'm not going to, just because, whew, y'all, when I tell you my sensitivity meter, my emotional meter, my empathy meter is out of this world. I grieve things that are not part of my personal world as if it is. I just know that that image will not leave my spirit. However, I also believe it's not necessary to see it in order for you to fully internalize the severity of what occurred, right? Now this story really hits in an interesting way, just because, you know, we're all, listen, here in the good old USA, we're quite familiar with these occurrences, right? Senseless killings, you know, blacks and whites, right? We're used to that. And to be quite honest, even what I say, correct me, the correct term, is it intraracial killings? Correct me. Which one is it? Whatever. And we're going to discuss that too. Not today, but that is a huge problem, and we're going to discuss that. So yeah, we're quite familiar with these stories, right? We're sick and tired of seeing names being hashtags, right? We're sick of knowing of people that we don't know, but knowing of them after they've left this world, and in gruesome, horrific ways, right? But this kind of hit very in a new and interesting way, because Ahmaud was 25, right? I'll be 25 in 3 months. So for me, in my mental, I'm like, okay, we more than likely was born in the same year, or, you know, 1 or 2 off, give or take. So that means we pretty much graduated high school around the same time. Not sure if he went to college, but if he did, we probably graduated college at the same time. Maybe, maybe not. I was one of those 5th year graduates. But we made it. We made it. But either way, we have been going through our life milestones, if you will, pretty much around the same time. And so for him to have lost his life, for his life to have been taken from him, and in that manner, it's like knowing a guy friend and that happened to him. It's like it hit in a very eerie, uncomfortable way. Now I've gone through various emotional phases with this. Now granted, I learned of this story a night or 2 ago. So yeah, like this was not my plan at all to discuss this. But when I discovered it, I, you know, was scrolling through my feed on Instagram, right? And I was seeing so many people post about it. And from us everyday regular people to, you know, the celebrities of the celebrities of the celebrities, right? Posting about it, about little old Brunswick, Georgia. Good Lord. And I'll be honest, my initial reaction, my initial feelings, I'm gonna be totally transparent, so brace yourself. My initial physical reaction to all of this, right, and my heart and my spirit was, I hate white people. I hate them. Why are they doing this? Why do they do this to us? Why do they do this to us? Right? We're in this progressive, you know, progressive era of society. Why is this happening? Over and over and over and over, right? You get a little break, right? Ooh, COVID-19's going on. Let me relax. But bam, here we are again, right? But I very quickly acknowledged that thought and that feeling that I was going through, and I rejected it. I rejected it. Why? Well, I have quite a few white people in my life who I absolutely adore, who is amazing. They are amazing people, right? Genuinely. So this isn't a these occurrences is not a thing that you can just throw over an entire ethnicity. Like, I know the history. I know our history, right? I know it. But it's still not. And the reason why I feel so strongly about it, like, excuse me, when thinking about all of this, Ephesians 6:12 came to my head, right? Which is, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and rulers over the darkness in this world. Okay? Those that are in high places. And I'm not saying high places like the president and you know, government leaders and no. In high, like high places, right? That's who we wrestle with. Okay? And so because of that, I can't allow myself to fall prey into this trap. To produce, first of all, to experience, right, within myself, to carry, but to also produce and reproduce any more hate. I'm not doing it. I'm not. All right? And that's the reason why I wanted to come on here and talk about this, because there's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of hurt and anger stemming from this, right? Rightfully so. But don't fall into the plot and the scheme of experiencing and reproducing any more hate in this world, because that's not what we need. It's not what we need. All right? I'm telling you this because, y'all, that night when I discovered all this, or discovered the story, and you know, like I said, I went through my phase. Now, don't get it twisted. Don't think that just because I'm a Christian woman that I'm just all you know, sorry, but then I'm just all butterflies and flowers and just peace and love and joy. Peace be unto you. No, ma'am. No, sir. All right, because Khadijah, at her raw, her true and raw and carnal state, is more pre-Mecca pilgrimage Malcolm than Martin. All right. Now, notice I said pre-Mecca because after he did his pilgrimage, he realized what God was all about. And he was like, whoa, I've been doing this all wrong. Right? And, well, you know, he came back to the States, and we know the rest of that story. Now, it's not to say that Martin was a better man than Malcolm, because he wasn't. Right? But it's just the difference between the two. You know, like I said, pre-Mecca Malcolm. The difference between the two is that Martin had already accepted God in his life and in his heart. So when it was time for him to speak, he humbled himself and allowed himself to like get in his sunken place, if you will, and let God use him for his message to be conveyed, to come out. Right? That's the only difference. So Khadijah in her true carnal state is more pre-Mecca Martin. Ooh, sorry, pre-Mecca Malcolm. Ooh, Jesus. Right? But the fact that I have literally acknowledged Jesus as my savior, what he's done for me, and welcomes God into my heart, right? I allow him, I humble myself. I humble myself, I use discipline, and I get in my sunken place and I allow his message to come through, to convey, right? Because that's what we're here for, period. So don't get it twisted when I say all this, right? Because it, you know, we all know, you know, fire doesn't, you know, you can't kill fire with fire. That Did I say that right? You can't take out fire with fire. In order to remove darkness, you need light. In order to kill off hate, you need love, right? Let's not reproduce any more hate in this world. Let's not, even with the hurt and the pain that we're feeling, right? Let's counter it with some love and see what happens in the world. Let's see what happens. Okay? God is first of all, he sees everything that's happening. He sees it. And I really I just really want to say that he's not playing with us anymore. We've been playing games. We've been playing some hot games, right? And I'm just saying, what I really feel is that this is a very spiritually sensitive time, and he's done playing. It's time to get it together. Don't get caught slipping, right? Don't get caught slipping. Don't allow yourself to, don't allow a sneak attack of your heart turning. Ooh, excuse me. Ugh. Of your heart turning hateful and evil, you know, due to what's going on in the world. Don't allow that to happen. Don't find yourself on the wrong team. That's all I gotta say. That is all I have to say. You know, of course we could go longer, but we don't need to go longer. Rest in peace to you, Ahmaud. For everyone else who has been physically slain by the evils of this world, rest in peace to you. And man, your spirit, you can kill a body, you cannot kill a spirit, right? You can't. So when I say I hope that you're resting peacefully, I mean it. Your spirit. And for all of us here, y'all, let's fill ourselves with love and push that back out into the environment. Let's push that back out into the world, right? Now, you all know that I like to end things with a lyric from the amazing and beautiful Rihanna. We will dance in the rain again. Oh, that's not what she says. We will dance in the rain despite all of the pain. What the world needs to feel is love again. So, peace.